questions for Davion, go ahead and raise your hand. Okay, Jerry Tipton, we'll begin with you.
Davion, I hope I can ask too. How would you characterize the impact Keon made on the game?
You watched the game, you saw it. Like, he gave us a whole different element to the game. I mean, Keon was amazing today. It was super fun. Like, I'm speechless, really. It was amazing.
Jeff Drummond will come to you next.
Jerry kind of had mine, but I'm curious, Davion, had you seen anything in practice that really made you think he could have a big game as he did today?
Yeah, I mean, Keon was he's been having good practices. Like, he's, been easing in, but, like, not to discredit his practices, but it was nothing like the game. Like, the game, he just turned to a different switch. So, I mean, that was amazing. We were kind of just testing him, seeing what he could do. We knew he played well, but we didn't know that he would come in and make the big of an impact that he did. So, I mean, that's just credit to his work in the rehab and the guys that's been helping him throughout this stretch. Rob has been doing a good job with him.
John Hale, you're next.
Davion, Coach said that he learned kind of on the way to the arena that you guys wanted to kneel during the anthem today. Can you just talk us through a little bit why you came to that decision and what your conversations were like as players?
Yeah, a lot of people see what's going on right now, and, we kind of speaks for itself. And that was just our statement of, what's going on in America at this time.
Kyle Tucker, we'll head to you next.
Yeah, Davion, you talked a lot already about Keon, but I wonder how strange it is for a guy that really doesn't practice in the 5-on-5 anyway with you guys until 2-3 days ago to jump in and play like that within the group, and it's not the same group he was with last year. How challenging is that, and how much more can he help you once you guys all kind of know how to play with each other?
Tremendously. I mean, Kentucky prepared him. Like, this is different. I mean, he spent his 1 year here, so I mean, it's not like he has like pressure on him. He told me before the game, like, yo, I'm just gonna go out there and have fun. Like, I have nothing to lose. I'm just blessed to be playing right now. And once I saw that he had that attitude, I'm like, okay, good day for Keon, and he did. So I mean, I think, and honestly, he hasn't even been able to practice with some of like the first group and kind of get a feel. But I mean, he just fell right in. He just fell right in, and he was rolling. So hopefully we can keep that going. I'm super proud of him, and I'm happy for him.
John Clay, we'll go to you next.
Davion, how have you guys gone from a team that was pretty much stuck in single digits in assists? You had the second half earlier in the year where you didn't have a single assist, to a team that had 18 assists tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like I was preaching earlier, like in the beginning of the year, just stay patient with us. Just give us time. Let us figure this thing out. And I kept using those same words because I knew that it would all come together. Like, that's all it took. I mean, we got our war wounds, and we went out battling in a couple of losses that we had. But I mean, now this is a new team. This is a new year, new team, and we're just gonna keep battling and keep having fun out there.
Larry Bond, we'll come to you next.
Yeah, Davion, could you just talk a little bit about, was it just because Keon's in the game and what he could bring maybe from a leadership point on the court that it seemed like everybody played well? Was that just a coincidence, or do you attribute a lot of that to Keon as well?
Yeah, I mean, I attribute it to, the focus that the guys have had throughout practice. I attribute it to the game plan that the coaches have, prepared for us, a lot of film, like they've really been keying in. And then, of course, I mean, Keon Brooks makes an impact on this team, and it was huge. And so, yeah, I mean, with him being out there, it just makes, everything much easier. And, you do have another leader out there, someone who's been through the rain, knowing what they're doing. And, it kind of gave me a comfort just being out there when I passed him the ball. I'm like, oh, God, that's Keon. Okay, he's about to do something good with it. And, it just is what it is right now.
Chris Leach, we'll come to you next.
Hey, Davion, going back to you all kneeling for the anthem, is that something that you think could continue going forward, or a one-time situation? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we just have to keep discussing as a team. We meet as a team, we talk. And, that's really special for us because everyone comes in and everyone shares their opinion. It's not like we just have one or two guys or just a coach. Like, we meet as a team, we talk, we share our stories, we, relate to each other. We have guys who really listen, and then we make a decision from there. And then our coaches just support us.
Lonnie Demery, we'll go to you next.
Keon, talk about you talked about Keon somewhat. However, the way he played on both ends of the court, and where you all as a team played on both ends of the court, do you feel like that is a springboard for you all to reach greater heights and maybe perhaps find out where your ceiling is? And at the same time, do you know where your ceiling is at this point?
Honestly, we don't know. I know it's pretty high, and we're just striving for that every game. We're focusing now just one game. We're not going to try to get too far ahead of ourselves. Just want to know every game that we have. And so right now our focus is past this game, and we're just really focused on, I think, Alabama next on Tuesday, and then we'll just go from there every day. And, right now I know that we do have something special. I just listening and the way I felt, and just like everyone had so much fun today. Like, it was so many emotions. It was amazing out there. And I think we're just going to keep going from there.
Okay, well, there's 2 more questions. Jerry Tipton, you're up first, and then Kyle Tucker.
Davion, I was listening to what you said about the, maybe continuing the kneeling, and you guys all talked about your experiences and so on. What do you think of the idea that talking that way and everything was part of the bonding process of bringing you guys, uniting you as a unit?
Yeah, absolutely. That can attribute to it. Like, just talking, having those conversations. Anytime you're discussing things, if it matter if it's basketball, if it's personal stories, you're just getting together, hanging out. That's just building a bond for us and helping us, become more sensitive to each other and just understanding each other. And so definitely, I think those conversations help. And, we're just going to continue having them because it's working.
Kyle Tucker, finish us off.
Yeah, Davion, you said, new year, new team. It feels like in some ways for you all, if you wanted to hit a restart, all the circumstances kind of aligned for that to sort of mentally flip that switch. You've got a new year, you've got the start of conference play, you have Dante all of a sudden emerging as a guy you can count on, and then Keon comes back. Do you feel like all of those things together, just in guys' minds, made it easier to just say whatever happened before this was not really us, and now this is kind of us moving forward?
Oh, yeah. And, we wouldn't trade any of those losses for anything. Like, I know it was a few we should have won, we should have came and got, but, man, I wouldn't want it any other way. We took our 6 bumps, and we're just going to keep rolling from there. I got the All-Star behind me. I don't know if y'all can see him. Thank God he's healthy, he's doing good, but, man, I love this team. I love what we're doing, and I wouldn't trade anything that has happened this season.
All right. Thank you, Davion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Folks, we'll have Keon here in just a second.